Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. Look at me, I'm like the Hoover boys. Well, I'm back out on the fields in Perthshire, and what a surprise I've got for all of you. Look over here.
Hey!
Look who it is. Who is it?
First signal here.
Who have we got?
A first signal. We'll see what is going on here.
We have got Simon Dominguez Alvarez, and we're on a virgin oat field or barley field, I'm not sure which it is, that has just been harvested yesterday. Never ever ever been metal detected before. So hopefully some good stuff to be found. Okay, well, first thing is you can take that stupid hat off.
No. That's just a present from Detector Kong.
Oh my goodness. So, welcome to the fields of Perthshire. Celebrity guest Simon Dominguez is here, and I'm hoping we're going to have a good day. This land has never ever been metal detected. We've got a huge field, must be about 300 acres, and we're surrounded by other fields that have never been detected either. So, the fields of Perthshire, let's see what treasures they've got to yield. And we've got lots of history. We've got a medieval fort not far away, a Roman road, two Roman forts roughly equal distances away from us. Anything is possible, along with Bronze Age, Iron Age, and lots of medieval ploughing. So Simon's on the Minelab Equinox 800. He's not done a lot of detecting at all. I'm trying to get him attuned and trained for Detectiveville, which is just a week or two away. By the time I post this video, probably a week away. And hopefully he'll get a little bit better at detecting. So, I'm not going to talk anymore other than to say 32,000 subscribers. Thank you all for the incredible support. If you like what you see and you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button. Right, let's go and see if there's some treasures to be found. Well, I have barely even started. You saw in the introduction, Simon had a target. I went over it as well, and it came out 81, and he's got himself a bottle top. Probably 100, 150 years old or so. But it shows you someone was here probably in the Victorian period and probably drinking whiskey. So let's see if there's anything to be found. It's only taken me a couple of minutes and I've got my first diggable target. It's not the best. But as you know, I always film the first target and it's nice and soft. So this is 83, 85. Sounds a lot better now it's out, but it does still sound a little bit tinny. Let's get the Garrett carrot. What's that? Nope. There it is. We have our first target. It's lead. Or bronze. But is it a thing or is it not a thing? Well, it's a bit of bronze. It's not lead. And it is just a little thing. Maybe a sign of metal working, maybe just a random piece of metal. But either way, it's a target. Don't think it's a piece of jewellery, Simon, but you're more than welcome to wear it if you wish. So there you go, always show the first dig, no matter what it is, and there it is. This was a big old deep target. It's coming out at 75, but very faint to begin with. Simon's just there, and he's been digging for about 15 minutes. So I've no idea what he's up to, but I thought I'd turn the camera on because we're out. It sounds a wee bit better. I think we might have a clod in this bit, I think. Oh, it's falling apart. What's in here though? Nice clay soil anyway. Is that it there? A bit of lead. It is. It's a bit of lead. I've had a few bits, but as I always say, it's a good sign. Kind of looks like that's intentional, doesn't it? That little spike. Yeah, it is, I think. Don't know what that is. But it kind of looks like it's had a purpose, but I've no idea what. So, on to the next.
Yeah.
I think you got your volume too low.
Yeah.
That should come through as an ear blowing signal. That should be like boom, boom, boom.
It's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but it's very quiet.
Well.
Right, Simon's gone over it with his detector and he's coming out 2021. His volume was really low, so I've turned it up. I've got an 85, 86, and to me that's a coin all day long. But Simon really doesn't seem to know how his metal detector works because he doesn't know how to do anything. So if anyone knows how to work an Equinox, let me know in the comments. Because I told him, does he ground balance it? He says he doesn't know. I didn't know a metal detector that didn't need ground balance.
Yes.
Ah, it's a coin. That is a coin. And it's our good friend,
It's Egyptian.
Gorgeous George. George V, and he's in good condition, so that's a good sign for the soil quality. Reverse not quite as good, I have to say, but 1914, so the outbreak of the Great War, the First World War. So that means, well, he was on the throne from 1910 to 1936, and that is 1 penny. That's probably about a half a pint, maybe a quarter of a pint of beer back in the days of old. But Gorgeous George, our most common coin that we find, because there was a huge agricultural revolution around the first, leading up to the Second World Wars. Lots more people in the fields and lots more agriculture. But that is half an hour in, coin number 1. Initially this one came through as a 97. I was expecting a bottle top. Came out quite deep down. It looks rectangular. I thought it was maybe going to be a buckle, but it's not. It's a, well, don't know what it is. It's very, very light. It's maybe a fragment of aluminium. Let's give it a wee brush, see if there's anything on it, but don't know. Well, I managed to get Simon's volume turned up a little bit, but he's digging holes all over the place, most of which are iron targets when I'd go and check them. Turns out he's never actually read the manual for the metal detector, so I don't know if he's even got it set up properly, but I've never used an Equinox, so I managed to find out how to turn the volume up, but other than that I've got no idea. So the moral of the story is, if you get into metal detecting, learn how your machine works, read the manual, and also take it with you when you go on a dig. He's left it at home, an hour and a half away. This one sounds a wee bit better. 82, 83. It's halfpenny territory. Ground's a wee bit harder here. Had a bit of rain last night, so still 82, 83. So yeah, the ground's a wee bit moist, which hopefully will help with the target. It's a couple of hours of heavy rain. Looks like we've got a clod. We have. Stick the carrot in between my legs. Always gets a laugh, that one. So that's the surface there, so it's not been deep at all. Whatever it is in here. Don't see anything yet. Oh, no I do. There we go. It's a lead seal, I think. Or a bottle top. Nope. I think we've got a lead seal. and there is definitely some writing on it. Maybe a flax seal? Yeah, I think it is. Let's give it a wee rub-a-dub. It's a bit damaged, split in the middle, been hit by the plough, but yeah, I can see OE1 or OEI on that side, this side. Yep, more letters, an M and an O. There's a Star of David up there. And I think that this is probably a Russian or a Baltic States flax seal for linen. Well, not for linen, for flax that was converted into linen. We're actually only about 350 yards away from an old mill which dates back to the 1600s, so chances are they were using these fields in the production of linen from flax. So there you go, that's probably going to date to 17 or 1800s. Nice. Well, I think we've got coin number 2. Solid 86, just as the sun bursts through. It's hard digging, it's quite clay soil, but a wee bit deeper. One more, we'll get the pinpointer out. Still in there. Right, is it deep? Or have I just missed it? I maybe dug in the wrong place slightly. Right, I'm going to take a wee, what's that? No, that's a stone. Right, it's too thick for me to do it with my hands. I'll get back to you once I've loosened a bit of soil up. Well, I've loosened the soil up, so it's not here anymore. Ah, what's that? Well, that's not a coin, is it? What on earth is that? A great big heavy bit of something. My goodness. Oh, it's another one of these mystery pieces, although this is a lot bigger than you normally find. God, that soil is clay as anything. Traditionally this was really boggy ground around here, but around about 1200 the land was gifted to a local collection of monks or abbots, and they started to put in drainage. Farmer tells me some of the old field drains still exist from way back 600 years ago. So it's one of these pieces. Normally we just get a small fragment of these, but we do find a lot of them. And I've got no idea what they are, but something agricultural that's sheared off by the looks of it. Still, it's a find, just not a coin. There he is, just filling in his hole. Good to see. But Simon's been digging there for about 10 minutes and he just shouted over that he got a tin can. And he asked if I can come over and change the settings to rule out tin cans. I just shouted back that he has a lot to learn about metal detecting. This one was a 67, very faint, didn't sound particularly consistent, but now it's out, it sounds a bit better. Bit of lead. It is. Just a wee fragment of lead. But, well, you gotta dig them. I'm considering, I've got the 10-inch coil with me, this is the 13, I'm actually considering maybe swapping over to the 10, bit easier going with the stubble, but I'll see how I get on in the next half hour. Well, here he comes, Mr. Simòn Dominguez, and I have retreated back to the car because it is so hot. So I've come back, I've stripped off a few layers, having a wee drink. There he is, giving the salute to say that he's found another tin can. And we'll have a wee catch up with Simon in a minute, and I've just switched over to the 10-inch coil. So I'm going to give it a go in a wee minute. Simon's almost back to the car. Now look, you can see his spading technique has got a lot better. Mind you, for those who remember, having seen him before, it couldn't get any worse. So every time he gets a signal and I'm within earshot, I shout to him coin, and he gets dead excited. But he's not wearing headphones and it sounded reasonable, but he does seem to have some problems trying to pinpoint the targets. Let's see what he's got. I'll see if I can capture this live. It's finding of a silver coin. He did find an Edward the First silver medieval penny from the 1290s at Detectiveville in April. That was the occasion that he nearly froze to death. And we were camping and it was below freezing several nights, including on the last night where we woke up with ice inside the tent, never mind outside it. This year we're going luxury. We're going with these little camping, what are called bell tents. But like he's folding under pressure. Doesn't seem to be able to track this one down, so I think I'm gonna turn it off, because we could be here a long time. Well, after 9 minutes, apparently it was 3 inches deep and it was junk. So there we go.
Yeah, I don't know, it's rubbish.
There you go, you heard it straight from his own mouth. It is rubbish. Okay, here is the extent of some of Simon's best finds. He's got himself a wee finial, probably off of a piece of furniture, a drawer pull maybe, or just a bit of decoration. Tin foil, copper alloy, nuts, bits of aluminium, bottle top. But his star find is here. It looks like a musket ball, but it looks like it's literally been chewed. Apparently though, people did used to chew on a musket ball.
Oh, really? Even
though it was made of lead. So that's probably going to be 1800s, maybe even 1600s. But that is his find of the day so far. Keep up the good work, Simon. Well, just typical, I take off my jumper and it starts to rain. But I'm on the 10-inch coil now, as I mentioned before. Or is it? No, it will be 10-inch. 10-inch coil. And well, it's the first time I've had my 10-inch coil on since I bought the 13, which was about 6 months ago. So it feels a wee bit weird, but to be honest, there's not a substantial weight difference, to be honest. I think there's only 100 grams in it between the two different size coils, but what I do have to say is it's easier swinging in the stubble with a 10 than it is the 13, that's for sure. But we have got a diggable target. It's taken 15 minutes or so, and it's a quite nice 91, 92, 93 silver. Well, I doubt it, but maybe a Georgian coin. Maybe. Still there. Still there. Right, let's get the pinpointer, see if I can track her down. Ah, that, ladies and gents, oh, I was going to say it's a copper pipe, but it's not. It's a threaded bit of a draining rod. Aquil. So, finally. Rain's on again. 84, 85, 86. Wee bit jumpy for a coin, to be honest. Initially I thought it could have been, but nope, it's a great big thing. What is that? It's a huge piece of lead. It's a huge piece of lead with a bit of a funny shape to it.
It's a coin?
No, bit of lead. Piece of lead. So I don't know, it looks like it's melted and it's landed on the ground like that and then solidified, so maybe someone been doing a wee bit of metal work in here, but who knows, it could be any kind of age. If you recognise the shape or a purpose, then as ever, let me know in the comments below. Yet again, it's pouring it down. I'm going to get soaked. very loud 87 to 91. I think it's going to be maybe a tin can, but it's big iron just under the surface is what it was. I'm getting wet, I'm getting very wet.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is there. Big iron. No, it's not, it's actually copper. It's a water fitting. Some sort of screw-on water pipe fitting. A quill. Well, we sheltered in the car for a while because the rain came on really heavy, and we decided to move to different fields. Simon's straight in with a target already. I have got another one right here. Looks like Simon's got something.
A pipe.
Piece of pipe. We're right next to a road with quite mature trees, a couple of 100 years old along the edge of it. So yeah, we decided to change fields and see what we could come up with. This one, I'll drop my spade. This one, well, I thought it was better than that. I think it's a tin can, but I'll dig it off camera and get back to you. Well, we're out. I can see something right there, and it's a sort of bit of copper alloy. Tractor going behind me. The harvest is in full swing. So, I don't know. It's a thing. Agricultural. Well, an ear blowing 91, 95, and I expected it to be a shallow bit of junk. Is it a finger ring or is it just an olive or something? Funny shaped washer or something, you know what I mean? Well, hard to say, but I think that's probably, yeah, I don't think that's a finger ring. I think it's an olive for joining two bits of pipe or a valve or something. A quill. I've come in from the edge of the field because it's a bit trashy. 91, I was hoping maybe an outside chance of a coin. It didn't sound great till it came out, but it's, yet again, well, I got the ring, so I think that says it all. That's the type of pipe that it probably would have attached to. A water pipe. It's got a bit of a tinny tone to it, but it's an 85. I'm on this bit that the tractor's kind of turned over a wee bit. It's another field that's got a heavy stalk in it off the crop that's been harvested, so it's a bit difficult to swing, and there we go. There's a great big, whatever that is. What the hell is that? What is that? It's a filter or something. Well, it's something tractorish, isn't it? Well, I wasn't going to miss that one, was I? Well, I've had a wee run of half a dozen bits of tin foil, not tin foil, sorry, tin can, and I expected the same again. And you know what I think I've got? I think I've got a huge big musket ball. I do. It's an absolute whopper. Oh, it's maybe got a wee hole going through it actually. No, it doesn't. It's a dimple. Well, there you go. That is a whopper of a musket ball. Absolute gigantic. That probably weighs about an ounce. I wonder if it's actually had a corkscrew put into it to pull it out. Maybe it's jammed in the barrel, but maybe it's just the way it's hit a stone. But that is nice. At last, something with a bit of age to it. Probably 2, 3, maybe even 400 years old. Great find. This is a mid-tone. 71. Button, copper, bit of lead. Anything I've missed? Is it out or is it in? It's out. Carrot time. Huh. Is there? There it is. It's a button, I think. It's a button or it's a tiny coin? I think it's a button. Or maybe you're a washer. Oh, it is. Darn, I think it's a wee washer. Well, it's a funny shape if it's a washer. But it's a thing. For virgin fields, I have to say they are pretty quiet. Been on this field now for getting on for 1 hour. Only had, well, I've probably dug about 6 targets, but nothing good yet. Well, tell a lie, I got the musket ball. There, 67, 68. There's an iron target right next to it, which is kind of making it difficult to pinpoint, but we're out. I think we've got something green right there. Yes, we do. That's it. So it's a wee slither of coppery greenness, copper alloy. Who knows? A fragment of an ancient spear or axe head, or maybe just a bit of junk. Well, I have to say this one sounded like a dog's dinner. It was a bit of a mess. It was way up to the 99 mark, and initially it sounded terrible, then it sounded okay, then it completely vanished, and now something round's just popped out right there. Oh, it's lead, I think. It's lead. Is it a button? Or maybe even it's a wheel, a toy car. Well, I think it could be, unless there's a shank. Well, what do you think? A wheel or a button? Oh, we've got a letter. No, a number. Number 5. Well, I think it's a wheel. What do you think? Toy car? Lead? They used to love lead toys for kids in the Victorian period. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Probably going to say, I don't know, maybe off some sort of toy. Well, if it was Victorian, it probably wouldn't be a car unless it was right at the end of the 19th century. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Again, it's been a bit quiet. Just caught up with Simon. He's had 2 gold hammered coins, he says. So yeah. I think that means tin cans.
Long shanks.
89. This is a bit of a screamer. Maybe too much of a screamer.
It's just foil.
It's just foil. It's too high for foil. It's 89.
From a sandwich.
Aluminium, silver. Well, there it is there, look, it's a ring.
Oh yeah.
I think it's another wee washery thing.
From a fairy.
From a fairy. Don't think it's a ring brooch, but well, it does look like it's got a wee bit of age to it. But I don't see anywhere where the pin would hook in, so I don't think so. I think it's just a thing. Oh well. Well, there is something you don't see every day in Scotland. That is what looks a little bit like a tornado. What caught my eye was there was actually pieces of plastic or debris getting pulled up by it, but for the moment it seems to have stopped, so I'm not sure it's in contact with the ground. But you don't see them often in Scotland. Again, it sounded like a really trashy target, but I think we've got a button. And it could be military. I think it is. It's a domed one anyway. We have got the 92nd. Oh, putting me to the test now. Not great on my regiments, but 92nd, I'm sure that the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, possibly. And if it is, I'm sure they're based out of, traditionally at least, they were based out of the the old Stirling Castle. Not longer, because they've emerged into, I think, the Royal Scots now, but they were a very traditional regiment with a very long history, founded way back in the 1700s, and their colonel-in-chief was Queen Elizabeth II until her death, and that's of course assuming it is the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, but let me know who the 92nd were if it's not them. Brilliant. And era-wise, First or Second World War, and I'm guessing either the military were on manoeuvres here, or someone bought the jacket as surplus after the Second World War, army surplus. Lots of farm workers wore old military jackets, and that's why you get so many military buttons. Brilliant. Fantastic. Again, an incredibly quiet field, 45 minutes since my last signal. But sounds quite nice. A 90 silver, Georgian coinage, spendable penny, tinfoil. Well, at least it's shallow. We're out. Farmers are busy today, making the most of the reasonable weather, albeit it's not the best weather. Well, we've got the dreaded bottle top, I think. Look at that, crimp. It is. It's a darn whiskey bottle top. Ah, well, that's a shame. That is a shame. Well, probably 50, 100, 150 years old. Someone out here having a wee fly whiskey just by the side of the field. See the embankment right there. Ah, well, the heat is on again. My goodness, the sun is out and it is hot, hot, hot. It's one of those days today between heavy rain and sunshine. I think there's going to be some thunder soon as well. Right, we're out. Come on, give us something to be excited about. Well, a clod shot, I think. Very clay soil here. Stick the carrot in there. Right. Well, that's not what I was hoping for. That is a bullet casing. Not a particularly old one either. The brass on the bottom is still shiny. Kynoch, is it? A Kynoch 303. I think that says. So that is probably not particularly old. Somebody's been out shooting probably deer, I'm guessing, with a calibre that big. But you can see where the firing pin struck it. I would say, at a guess, probably not older than 10 years, but it's a 303, which is the old military issue going back to the 1880s. I've come into the edge of the field, just for something a wee bit different. We've got a 74. Somewhere in here, if I can break it apart. Don't have high hopes, to be honest. So it's probably a gold coin. Ouch. Nettle. Stinging nettle. It's just under the surface, whatever it is. There it is. It's a bit of lead. Well, it's better than nothing. I've come into the edge of the field because there's a great big house just a couple of 100 yards off to my left hand side, which spoke to the owner. It's from 1850. It's got a lovely big walled garden around it and part of an old derelict mill, so there's been plenty of people round there, so that's the direction I'm headed. This time 85. Come on. Come on, we can do this. Something good. Still in the hole. One more, and then we'll go over to you know what. Oh, we got it. Third time of asking. And I don't have high hopes because it doesn't sound overly good. Well, I thought it was there. It does work. It's vanished. Oh, it is there. It is there. It's in here. Maybe something small. Maybe a button. Let's see, anything still? There's something round. Right there. Is it a button or is it a coin? I think it's a button. It is a button. It's not even a button. It's a rivet. It's a washer. Oh, it's going from bad to worse. It's not too dissimilar from another piece that I had earlier on. It's another debatable signal, but I haven't really had many, and I'm very close to the road. You'll probably tell by the sound of that car. 81, 83. I have got no hope for this one, but again, it's going to be a great big gold coin coming out. I want to make sure that I capture it on camera. No. Let's try one out from there. Well, now it doesn't sound good at all. Now it sounds absolutely rotten. Is it lead? I think it is. Oh, it's not even lead, it's aluminium. Oh, never mind. 14th time lucky. 86, 87. Come on. Not doing a very good job at pinpointing with this coil. Now it sounds like aluminium. Not more. It is. It's Coca-Cola. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, here he is. Look at the state of him. I've put him through his paces. He is exhausted. And he's found absolutely
no,
nothing.
Just a musket ball.
A musket ball. A musket ball. Terrible. Terrible.
Very bad, very bad.
Bad teacher.
Yes.
Bad teacher.
I was expecting much better.
Okay.
After the detector cone could be much better. But
Well,
no,
not to be.
not
To be. Right, let me
detectable.
let me have a wee look at some of my best finds. Well, some of you are interested to know just how much junk we get. Well, it didn't seem like that much, but there's plenty of it. In fact, some of these items actually are from yesterday. There's a few in the bottom of my... there's Simon with the thumbs up. There's a few in the bottom of my bag from yesterday which I hadn't cleaned out, but most of this, 95% of this, is from today. Quite a few bits of lead, as you can see, here, here, great big bit here, this unusual shaped piece right here. But yeah, lots and lots of lead, lots of dross, tin cans, more tin cans because Simon hasn't emptied out his pocket yet, and that seemed to be his top find of the day.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Right, let's have a look at my good stuff. Here he is,
Wow.
his two most incredible finds of the day. A very ornate, I mean, I don't know, I think that's probably Anglo-Saxon, 7th century.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, may well actually...
Look the beautiful colour.
Beautiful colours.
Changing colour.
Yep.
Yellow to green.
Yep, we call that rust.
Yeah.
So that was probably copper alloy or brass. It's probably part of a Victorian piece of furniture. Maybe Georgian at a push. And then look at this. His musket ball. Well, we think it was a musket ball, but it's seen better days. But there you go, Simon.
That's beautiful, yes.
Well done.
Yeah, for the next time, hopefully better.
Well done, well done.
I found a lead of musket ball. I found a lead of musket ball from 17th century.
Well done, we got it in 2 takes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well done. Find of the day for Simon. Oh, there he goes. Right, there's the extent of my best finds. You know what, in all, for 4.5, 5 hours metal detecting, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think my find of the day is the button. I'll need to look into that, but 92nd, possibly the the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, possibly, but I'll need to look that one up. But if you know, let me know in the comments below. Love my musket ball. It's a whopper, weighs about an ounce, probably 17 or 1800s, maybe even 1600s. And then only one coin, but it was a George V, 1914, pretty worn on the back. Several rings, which I think are just junk. A couple of washers, lots and lots of fragments of metalwork, and this is a flax seal, probably from the 17 or 1800s. Simon thinks it's a ring.
That one, just no, I don't know.
Simon, you looking to propose to anyone anytime soon? I could sell you this ring.
As a copper, no.
Copper for luck. So yeah, I don't think it's old, but there we go. I'll have a look at it properly when I get home. Anyway, now that is the extent of my good stuff for today. Well, that's it for today. Not the best of days. I think we'll blame it on Simon. Bad luck. But I don't know, are we going to get manage to get another day before Detectiveville?
Hopefully, yes.
Maybe, yeah, we'll try and get out on maybe Monday or something if we can. But yep, look out for Simon at Detectiveville. He's going to buy a pint of lager for everyone who comes over and introduces themselves to him.
No, everyone who gives me a golden coin, I buy.
Okay. Everyone who gives Simon a golden coin, he buys them a pint of lager. Apparently that's lost in communication between me and him.
A hammerhead is okay.
Or a hammerhead.
Hammer coin,
a hammerhead. If anyone's got a hammerhead, give it to Simon.
The hammerhead shark. No.
Right. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed mine and Simon's ramblings. And he found pretty much nothing. But I didn't do much better. But at least we tried. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next dig. Take care.